Whoa.
Hey guys, my name is Iris, and you're listening to Punk Stardust. Stop moving.
I'm
I'm trying to do my intro.
Oh.
Yeah, I can hear the creak of your seat.
I didn't know that was the official intro.
All right, fuck it. Hey guys, my name is... Hey y'all, I'm Iris, and you're listening to Punk Stardust on KWDC 93.5 Stockton. The show you're tuned into right now is put together by students and staff enrolled in the broadcasting courses in the digital media department at San Joaquin Delta College. Thanks for listening and supporting college radio. Joining me in the studio in this very special first episode is Salami.
Hello. Sorry.
Our show topic today addresses old to new gen anime, physical media, and why we're attracted to it in the state that finals has us in. Or have us in. So sit back, chill out, because we're going to be yapping for a minute. I had to sneeze. Oh my gosh. Allergy season is in session. I've been really going through. I've been biking to school, going biking to other places. It's really windy, and the pollen just gets in my nose. And even after I eat medicine, it still finds its way to tickle me. And so I'm just opening my mouth back and forth, not even sneezing, for like 30 minutes, and it's just being tickled. It's like it's not as bad as the Macy's perfume owl, because after like 3 seconds, my nose starts feeling like it's burning. But what we're going to talk about today is we're going to first talk about new and old gen anime, because Salami has been watching new anime, and I used to watch a lot of anime like her, but now I just kind of watch it in the older gen because it just finds it more appealing. I know that there is such a quality difference, but let's first talk about what animes Salami has been into.
I've been watching Apothecary Diaries right now because Iris put me on. Yeah. It's pretty good. I watch it. I watch it a lot. I usually watch like a bunch of episodes at a time. I don't watch just one. So I kind of just wait. I know it's been like a week since I last seen it. That's so sad. You know, that was really good. I like it because I like how it's I forgot her name, but I like how she's really knowledgeable about what she does and how she's always going on about it, and how
Apothecary Diaries.
Yeah.
What is her? Mao.
It's because I haven't seen it.
It's
okay.
Mao.
Okay.
But what else have you started watching? I know you're not into Jujutsu Kaisen as much.
It's not that I'm not into it. I can't start multiple at the same time. I mean, it's been a while since I watched One Piece.
How does it feel to see how One Piece is and to be in where you are in the Skypiea arc of One Piece?
Bruh. I feel so far behind. I feel like I'm never going to catch up.
Salami and I have been hunting CDs, DVDs, physical media in general for a really long time, and we really love collecting them because, I mean, not only is it, again, on a budget, it's cheaper. DVDs are $2. I mean, what got you into collecting?
You. Yeah, we got we went half and half on a record player in November, I want to say. And we've been collecting the records since, but I will say that's not a budget for me. But the physical aspect I really love because I like seeing the difference. Obviously the CDs and the records or the vinyls are really similar. I mean, I think they're like almost exactly the same. The only thing that I think is different is obviously going to be the record itself. I like seeing the different designs that they put on it because like for Beyonce's Lemonade, it's yellow. Like, duh. That was really cool to see. For SZA's, what was it called? Control. That one's also green. That's really cool. I like seeing how those turn out to be. And then because you know how like in the CDs we get those little pamphlets? I also get the pamphlets, but they're like bigger. So I like to be able to see it because I need my glasses a lot. So it's just nice. But you asked me something else.
I mean, going back to the beginning, what you said about hunting on a budget, it's more like we try not to go over 100, and then we try not to go over 150, and then we try not to go over 200. I mean, like, We don't go to like a basic record store where they have like things for like what 30. I mean, it's about like Barnes and Nobles that have like vinyls for like $32, and then like $60 or $70. I mean, that's like almost a new game on a on a PS5 or Xbox. But I mean, the CDs alone cost like around like $2 to $10 for most of the time, and I know the vinyls still. How much do they cost at Rasputin?
It's gonna range from 30 to 60.
I mean, it's relatively the same as like a Barnes and Noble station store, but
they're all the same.
But for me, it's not the same. I mean, I'm there for a reason. I'll be collecting so many CDs. I'll be collecting so many DVDs. The DVD collection actually has just taken over. What is it called? The cabinet. And so now there's no more space in there. So I've been holding off on buying new stuff because I need to find a way to get rid of it. And I mean, like, I was like, oh, maybe I could put it on eBay, but it's going to be like, what, $5? And at that point, it's not really worth it because who's buying DVDs on eBay when, you know, you could just go to like the La Pulga to like find some. We will be right back after a quick and short music break. We're going to go into physical media and hunting on a budget for the next segment. I know recently you went thrifting on Easter. You want to talk about that experience and why you thrift in general?
Yeah, I went for their sale. Because they had... Stop! I went for their sale because they have Easter eggs with discounts in them. Mm-hmm. I didn't get an Easter egg, but I still got a discount for being a student. It was I ended up getting a bunch of stuff for summertime. I go thrifting because I feel like it's more ethical. And then also, you find such different pieces there than you would, like, at the mall or Ross, where everything is, like, there's, like, 5 of something in different sizes. So it's going to be repeated. But, yeah, I think it's more fun looking for stuff that way. And you really have to think, like, what can this pair with? What can this work with? Like,
what's the mentality of being a fashionista?
Okay, so most of the time I'm looking at the clothes. I'm trying to see, am I going to crop this? Am I going to make this longer? Am I going to wear this with the pants? Do I need to put a belt on this? Do I need to look for a belt? Is this going to go with the scarf? What kind of shoes would this go with? Do I need different shoes? Things like that. Oh, also, I found $3 flats. That was really cool. They're from H&M. $3. And they're discounted, so it was like $1.50. So that was really cool because I'm pretty sure those are going to be like over $30 at H&M. I wouldn't buy shoes from there. But I would from the thrift store.
You guys, I need to go look for those shoes because my shoes, my toes are like, they're on the crevices of my shoes, man. Like, I haven't gotten like new shoes in a while. And the only new shoe I actually got was like a running shoe. But even then, it's a wide fit. It's way better because I got like, what is it called? What was I saying? When I got like shin splits and something associated with it. I don't think I got stress fractures, but it really did hurt to the point where I really couldn't run after like 5 seconds. And so after putting my ankle in like a brace and massaging it and trying to heal it after a while, it got better. So now I can walk without hurting. I haven't tried running because I'm scared, to be honest. But I have been biking a lot, and I do enjoy biking. And I really do want to upgrade my $60 Facebook Marketplace bike into a Walmart bike at least, which is it's like a gravel bike, and it's like at least $250. And I mean, that's like half my check right now, and I'm barely started working. And so I still got to pay other stuff. So the bike upgrade is going to come soon, like maybe like a month or 2 from now, but it'll help when I start going back to school again because we are in finals week. But we're going to go into a quick PSA break, and after that we're going to transition into finals and us just being Delta students.
Hey hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
Hello, welcome back again. We just talked about physical media and hunting on a budget in the last segment, and for our final segment, we're going to be talking about our stories of just being a Delta college student. And recently, finals has been, as usual, I'm not going to lie, I actually did not care about finals before until I made a great awakening. Finals are crazy once you actually care about a class. Salami and I have really opposing views when it comes to like school as to like how you should at least like enter it. And I've already done the GEs, I've tried them out, I've not finished them just because I don't want to really go the basic straightforward route of going to like GEs and then finding something and then getting associates and then transfer and then that kind of thing wasn't really for me. And even then, the type of field which I actually want to get into digital media more revolves around at least getting like a certificate and then more experience rather than getting a more of an education. And I mean, that comes in handy later on, but at least trying to segue yourself in the beginning, you at least want to have a certificate. And I know Salome thinks something else when it comes to GEs. And do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. So it's not that I think that everybody should go into that. I think that it's just a different way of looking at it in terms of how you felt that they didn't really work or like they didn't really do anything for you personally, like to help yourself. But I do think that they give you a lot of good experience in terms of what you do and don't like. So it's like a trial and error, especially with electives. I feel like you could do that. Like how I had taken art, fashion, and what else did I take last semester? Do you remember? It was like a fun class.
Sculpture?
That was art.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I gotta see this. I stopped it, guys. Don't worry about me. Anyways, you want to keep talking?
It was art, fashion, and I forgot what else I took. But basically, from these classes, I was able to better understand art in a different form since I've never worked with clay or anything like that's super hands-on. So that was really interesting, and I now use it in my personal life. I know how to do the slip on my own. That was really cool. But as far as fashion, see, I really wanted to get into the scene, but now that I know, unfortunately, the people there, and then also just like the instructors, it just felt like really unnecessary for me to even try it here, but maybe somewhere else I could. But I just feel like it just brings you a lot of clarity for different things. Like, because I feel like, especially being someone who doesn't know what they want to do, trying everything kind of gives you that playing field where it's like, oh, I already did that, so let me go over here.
Guys, be prepared. You're about to see me in a TikTok edit with lasers and fire going around me. The one thing that correlates all with your points in all your classes is that they all cost money. And sometimes when we don't really want to, at least some students, when they don't really want to take an educational route, but rather an experimental route. I know before I was focusing on GEs, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to just flip this over. I'm going to just do like purely only like electives or like things that are like focused. So I started with mechanics, and I was purely based on mechanics in the beginning when I first started in my first year. And I was like, okay, I didn't really, this is cool and all, but it wasn't really my type of timing nor something where it's like, okay, maybe it's not time for me to just give up on trying to find my artistry passion. And so after that, I started going into different types of classes. I mean, I learned how to weld. I know how to work on cars now, which is fun. Not like crazy, but I know how to like, I know what's going on under the hood. There's that carburetor. But what's it called? But I think afterwards, I don't remember exactly what I took, but I eventually started getting into more music theory classes. I started trying just music classes in general. I tried first graphic arts, but I didn't really like how that was going just because it wasn't really like my teaching style. It wasn't something where, you're like, sit down for 5 hours and, do work on this assignment and just not really being taught much on it. It's just something that I wasn't really expecting. And so I didn't really finish that class, but the class that I did start actually doing well in was like music. And then after transitioning into the fall, I finally got into the digital media classes. Were really hard to get into before because they would really get their spots taken up. And unfortunately, as the semester goes on, I know a lot of people do end up dropping the class. And I was like, oh, that's really unfortunate because I thought in the beginning, like there would be so many people left over at the end. But I mean, from a full class to like dropping to maybe like, it's not like too crazy where it's like like there's barely anybody. But I mean, it's just noticeable that there's space now. And just the idea of I forgot what the point I was trying to get at, but just all in all, it's a really fun class that I've really been enjoying with video production and just photography a little bit on the side. But I mean before my hobbies included just going into random scenes like music scenes and just anything where I can find any like community, and I would just either take photos or take videos on my $100 camcorder that I found on eBay. And, it was really fun doing all that. And so like, oh, why not try a class with that? And I know my route is barely beginning with, even doing podcasts and trying to make a video this week while trying to shuffle a new job and trying to take care of my cat that just got a surgery and just trying to balance everything, not trying to eat too much McDonald's because I've been noticing we've been too much on the track of that. And, I need to stop that. But, just try to get more active again. I was like in a little state where I was like, okay, I feel like I can't do anything right now because there's so many that I can work on. There's stuff being delivered. Like I finally got money for a mic and an interface, so I can start getting into those type of videos at home now. Even though I tried making a closet studio, and after like 5 minutes, I was like exhausted. I was like really sweaty. It was so fumey in there. I couldn't breathe. I had to gasp for air when I got out the closet. Even then, my cat is trying to get in the closet the whole time. So it's not a peaceful environment. But hopefully getting a new mic, getting, sound protection. Because I noticed that sound living in not a great apartment, or at least the walls, the sound really bounces off of it, and it's really hard to kind of get a focused sound that I can find here. And just finding my own sound being here through these assignments just from one semester has been really beneficial for me alone, and just trying to transition into an era that I couldn't really delve myself into if I just purely stayed at home and stayed at my budget DIY is it, how was I say DIY studio at home, but I know Salome as well has been kind of finding her own path with her classes, and finally actually going from a job that she didn't like at the mall into now having at least 2 jobs already in the span of not even the semester finishing. But we'll get back into that really quickly after our quick music break.
Hi, thanks for coming back to Punk Stardust. Ooh. Sorry. Go get. Hi, thanks for coming back to Punk Stardust. We were last talking about Iris's Delta journey, and then now we're going to talk about mine. So now that I've been at Delta for a little bit, I was able to go to this, what is it called? What is it called?
A job fair?
It was a job fair? I thought it was called something else, but I went to a job fair essentially, and I met some people, and I didn't think that it would go further than just one job, but I did end up seeing the other person a lot on campus, so I did get offered a second job. Both of these having to do with helping people specifically. Well, I feel like it's really tied in with my community with Spanish speakers. So I think that it'd be really great to work in that where I feel like I'm actually doing something to help people rather than working at the mall. I don't know. The way that you phrased it before had it so much more open to talk about it, and I just kind of like forgot. So I couldn't expand too much.
Do you want to go talking about, did you want to talk about how you went from undefined to now maybe finding a certain pathway for you, and why, you even got these jobs at the job fair in the first place?
Right. So coming into Delta, I just knew that I wanted to keep my education going because working retail so much has made me feel like my life was going nowhere, especially looking at a lot of the people there that were saying like they've been working there for 10 plus years, and I didn't really want that for myself because I felt like the job itself was really laborious in terms of the emotional aspect when what is it called? When connecting with my coworkers and specifically. But so because of that, I came to Delta. Having been here, I chose to go to the job fair because it was a teaching one. So it was for teaching jobs or like TAs, so that I can have more experience in that. I knew that I wanted to work with children. I just didn't know in which way. And this gives me that outlet to know what age range, what kind of work I'm doing, and also the experience in general would be really nice when it comes to even my communication skills, because it's now hitting different age ranges, which is the best possible outcome regardless, because I feel like it's really important to... I kind of lost it because I don't really know. But the second job, I don't know. That was just the reason why I went to the first one. That was it. Okay.
Let me see. And so how do you deal with the stress of being at school? Or juggling your school life with work and then with things you have at home?
Playing with Ruby. Seriously, it's a really good break because it's not only helping her, like me and her build that sibling relationship, it's also me getting a chance to just unwind and tune out of everything else.
So I like to write a lot. I'm already writing. I bought a sketchbook from like Barnes & Nobles for $5, and I've been using it as my notebook for a long time, and I'm finally getting through the pages. But after listening to music for a while, just letting that delve into my mind, being able to see music that expresses me in ways that I couldn't before. I used to really like getting into my headphones, but now transitioning into more at least trying to make the music myself. But just like dealing with the stress and just in general what I do comes down to just finding a hobby that I really like doing, which is, already the things that I like doing at school now that I'm just focusing on like just media in general. And so just helping myself, watching a movie as well, kind of just letting myself unwind from that. Just being able to see things and notice things more and more. And just even when I'm going out collecting, that's really like a thing that I like to deal with stress, because there's like what is that, like when people buy in order to feel better about themselves, like buying like high-end products in a shopping spree to deal with like, like
retail therapy.
Yeah, retail therapy. And so I kind of want to I like doing that, but in the sense of not spending like $20 a piece for something that costs like 50 cents to make. And so I started looking for alternatives where it's like cheaper. And so, that already comes back into like the second segment that we had earlier, just talking about like just that in general. But just the aspect of collecting just really helps me with just keeping myself in tune with myself and being able to surround myself with things, keeping like at least posters. I mean, I made like a whole huge frame where I took out the original poster because I didn't like it, and then I just put all of that CD album covers that I had so far and just put them all over the poster, and then I just hung it back up, and I just really like that instead of having just, you know, that one poster that's just been like laying on the side of the couch, and just being kind of intuitive with everything that I have, you know, donating the things that I don't need and just looking around, seeing what I can do with what I have, you know, painting sometimes with Salami, you know, that's really fun. We did finger painting last time at the park, and I mean, there was a dog that kind of wanted our sandwiches, but, you know, I didn't want to give that dog something on accident that would hurt it. But yeah, I mean, it's just really kind of just learning to block out the noise that's really around you. And that's really why the headphones were so important in the beginning, because without that, I would just kind of be more enamored by like my thoughts and outside people's thoughts and opinions. And even just being able to shut down my thoughts after at least feeling like I'm processing something every single hour of the day is just really nice to kind of just stop thinking and, you know, just letting myself just re-released into the music. And that's why I really want to kind of just find a return for that and just make music myself. But in order to wrap everything up, Punk Stardust has been a production of KWDC 93.5 LPFM Delta College Radio. This program is made possible by listeners like you. Programming is produced by students, staff, and faculty of San Joaquin Delta College's Digital Media Department. It is supported by the Delta College Department of Arts and Multimedia, the Career, Technical Education, and Workforce Development Office, and the State of California. Thank you for tuning in, and yeah, hope you come back to Punk Stardust, surf the cosmos with us. See ya.
Bye.